Yeah, very nice to be home. And the weather has showed up this week, which is going to be fantastic. So nice to be back in Galgorm. And yeah, hopefully there'll be plenty of people out to support this week, and we'll try and put on as good a show for them as possible.
Yeah, the weather is something you probably factor in, but you probably don't factor in the heat when you're at home playing in Ireland. But you've, I suppose, lots of experience of it doing it in the US.
Yeah, this almost feels like we're in the US this week. I didn't actually pack shorts for this week, so I had to get my brother to bring them up to me earlier in the week. So, no, a nice bonus, and it just means the courses are playing quite different to when we were here last time 3 years ago. It was quite wet, so golf courses are very different, a lot bouncier, which is good. A little bit shorter, which is always nice.
The last time I spoke with you was in Cavan, the homecoming of the Solheim Cup. It was amazing to see all the fans out, your friends and family. Will there be a lot of them up to support this week now that they, I suppose, have the chance that you're home?
Yeah, I mean, they don't get to see me play in person very often. Obviously, down in Mount Juliet at the Irish Open Pro-Am, and then down there for JP's event. So nice to have 3 sort of home events this year, which is a lot more than normal. So yeah, the more people that come out, the better, and nice to sort of have that home support rallying behind me this week.
And last week at Murfield, top 5 finish, incredible in the end. The finish was something else to watch and to keep track of. It was unbelievable in the end. Where did you get that motivation, I suppose, in that last day especially?
Yeah, I mean, you're always trying to finish off every event as strong as possible, and yeah, I mean, I felt like I was playing really good golf, really solid all week. Just had to be patient and wait for my chances to come, and yeah, thankfully they did on Sunday, and always nice to finish with a bogey-free round, whether it's in a regular event or a major, and even nicer to do it in a major.
And with links golf, is there, I suppose, it mentally challenging, that type of golf?
Yeah, absolutely. I think you couldn't switch off from Muirfield for a second. There was the wind obviously, and navigating around the fairway bunkers, and yeah, all the different bounce and whatever. So there's a little bit extra on those weeks, but yeah, I mean, that's just the challenge of it. I quite like links golf. You have to be a little bit more creative, picking your targets and picking your shots, but don't get to do it very often right now, but nice when we do.
And what would be the difference here today at the Galgorm for the week?
Yeah, different test this week. Getting the ball in the air a little bit more, sort of higher flight. My 9-wood had to come out of the bag last week for the lower shots. It's back in the bag this week. So yeah, rough is quite juicy out there. So staying on the fairway this week is going to be key. And then just trying to give yourself as many chances as possible. The greens are running really nice, so they're definitely quite a bit faster than the last few weeks. So yeah, I think it'll be a really enjoyable test this week.
And so far this year, how would you sum it up? It's been incredible to watch on. The first Irish woman to win an LPGA. There's a lot of young girls coming in here today as well. I think a lot of people look up to you, and you never really had that in women's golf, especially at home here in Ireland.
Yeah, I think we're blessed with Irish female sport is probably as strong as it's ever been. Fortunate to be a part of that, and nice to get that first win under my belt early in the season, and 2 of my best major finishes at the US Open and British Open. So feel like my game's in really good shape. So looking forward to a great week. And yeah, I mean, we've a few Irish. I think Nikki Daly and Valley Mackay are playing the Pro-Am today. So yeah, nice to have these opportunities to get people together, and hopefully there'll be a few young girls inspired by this week.
And when you were growing up, who would you have looked up to?
It was the lads. It was Padraig Harrington and Paul McGinley and those guys, and then I suppose Sonia and Katie Taylor and people like that. And I suppose myself and Lisa being twins, Serena and Venus Williams were always a big inspiration, being sisters, sort of playing sport against each other. So I saw obviously Serena announced her retirement yesterday. So yeah, I mean, she'll leave a legacy that'll last a lifetime, and I think it's fantastic. We've so many Irish sports women doing so well at the minute.
And as well, just to mention the JP McManus, the Pro-Am. You were with Tiger Woods. I seen you met him. Was that the first time that you met him?
We actually met him in the Ryder Cup in 2006 when we brought up the trophy. So it had been a while, but I mean, nice to see him on a golf course, sort of watch him doing his chipping and his putting. And to be fair, he was very gracious with his time. And I suppose you never know what it's like to meet your heroes until you are. And he was very nice, gave us a little bit of advice and took a picture. So that's one of those sort of memories that'll last a lifetime and almost kind of takes you back to being a little kid again.
And what would it mean to get a win here this week?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be very special. I think anytime you win, it's a special thing. To do it in front of a home crowd would be even better, but try not to put too much pressure on myself, trying to shoot as low as I possibly can and see where that ends up at the end of the week.